Today's episode is with Stuart and Heidi. They're good friends of mine. They live an adventurous life. Lots of ups and downs, but very adventurous. And they inspire me and others to stay young, stay open, and take chances. And it's definitely an entertaining conversation. It's funny, and they're quite the characters. I hope you enjoy.
Did I miss my green light? Oh, there we go. I got the green light. All right, we got the green light. We are ready to go.
You talk. Say something.
Say something.
Yeah, it's got you.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
I know I'm terrible at this. I'm shy.
The important part is I'm wrong.
shy.
The important part is I'm wrong. I would say, no, that's not true at all. See, it's good to have a counterpoint here. That's what we're really looking for. You know. Hey, Will, how's that part? I said, it was great. I loved it. She's like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that great.
Oh. I'm not like.
How much did you drink? Oh, I didn't drink it too much. Yes, you did. You totally drank too much.
I didn't see you drink anything.
I don't recall any drinking whatsoever, and there was no fire walking, and I don't know what's, you know, anything untoward to the contrary totally does not exist.
And no, I tell you what, that little video I caught, I love that thing. 'Cause that's like that. I think that caught the essence of the night.
Hey, is that a mint? Can I have one, please?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, just.
Oh, here.
Not that I'm still tasting, you know, rum, vodka, White Claw. No, I'm not like that.
A little bit of
You know,
possible puke or something.
Some Jack Daniels. No, shockingly, no.
You got water in there?
I got water.
Oh, you got your water too.
I'm
Right?
brand new, man. Thank you.
All right, bam. There you go.
You know, back in the mountain biking days, when I used to be athletic, not anymore. Oh, hits the spot.
Water?
The mint.
Oh yeah. I'll like shove like 6 of these in my mouth and just freaking bask in it all.
Yeah, guy feeling pretty good, I gotta tell you.
Nice.
Nice. So,
right,
so the whole background here. What do we got going on here?
It's the jungle, man. It's the jungle boat. I kind of set the tone for everything. I got these curtains first, and then that led to me putting the sticks out front. You know, vertical ones. And then, you know, that's how everything kind of works, just one thing at a time.
This isn't like Welcome to the Jungle. This is like 60s, 70s. We're in, you know, the nature harmony sort of thing, right?
Yeah, something like
Just
that.
checking.
Well, I kind of look at it like lately. I've been thinking, you know how Kelly calls it wild and free,
Yeah,
Yeah.
wild and weird with Will.
Cool.
I like
My
it.
twist on it.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, right.
Old, boring, and normal with Stu and Heidi. That's what we're going for here. There's calm, mellow, there's boring, then there's us. There's, you know.
Just like in the grave.
Yeah, I mean, really, there's the most boring people we've ever met, and then, hi, how you doing? I'm more boring than that guy.
All right, so Stuart and Heidi, that's who you guys are.
Own a commercial real estate brokerage in Colorado, and the person who keeps me out of trouble and has been here for over 30 years.
That's how long you guys have been married?
We've been married 34 and a half years.
Dinosaurs walk the earth.
Yeah, yeah.
Uphill to school both
So
ways.
when I was born, they were dying off.
I know, right? We had them as pets
'Cause
back
you
in the
guys
day.
got married when I was, what, 3 or 4 or something?
We used to ride him to school. It was great, you know.
Which one?
Oh, all of them. Brachiosaurus, Tyrannosaurus. You know,
Okay.
I had an Allosaurus because I wasn't the T-Rex yet. I was
I
young.
don't know the
I was
Allosaurus.
small, like a small T-Rex.
Okay, okay.
No.
I like the Utah Raptor.
All our paleontologist friends right now are probably rolling over in the grave going, it's not pronounced Allosaurus. What the hell? Damn finance guys. Anyway.
Well, what's all these pronunciations of things? It's like, do we know what we're talking about? Yes. You know, it doesn't matter how.
After last night, I couldn't even pronounce my own name. I mean, I don't know.
I didn't even know your name last night.
It didn't matter. Old dude with the hat. Did that count? You know.
Well, when the hat came off, you were old.
I know, right? The
young.
best quote ever that stuck with me. He said, "Man, you look a lot better with your hat on."
Right? It's like the most beautiful insult there could be, right there.
It's like the compliment that's not really. You're like, what? Thank you or not thank you? I'm not sure what you're saying here. No.
Yeah. All right, so you guys have been married that long. You do real estate. How the heck did you come to find out here?
Middle of nowhere, Utah. So when,
without too many details of exactly where we
are. Sure.
Camped out here a lot, and took our side-by-side out and did the roads out here. And
For 15 or 20 years.
Yeah.
Years and years and years with buddies.
from Colorado when we were living in Colorado. We'd come out here, and then when COVID hit,
Scamdemic. Sorry.
I was a surgical nurse, but I was elective surgeries, which got shut down.
Okay.
So I basically got laid off. And he had a development that when COVID killed. So we're like, what do we do now? And so we're like, well, we always talked about doing an RV park. So we're like, we looked around for land and found some land out here, came out and looked at it, fell in love with it. Like, this is it. That's where we're going to build.
Nice.
We were just driving. We were really just driving down the road, looked sideways, and like, that's the parcel right there. So I pulled up on Onyx, who owned it. I chased a guy down in a garage in Utah, some old boy. He'd never set foot on it, but his grandfather owned it. And I chased him down on the internet, did some stalking, some cyber stalking, found out who he was, called him in the garage, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna make you an offer for land. He's like, oh, you can't afford the land. I offered him twice what it was worth. He's like, send the check. We got the land. We got the land.
Talks, bullshit walks.
Yeah, and we got the land, and before I put it under an option, and then we went up to Up County, talked to the commissioner. I said, here's what I want to do. You guys for or against something like this? And they said, out there, middle of nowhere, we're totally for it. And I'm like, sweet. Closed it, and we literally sold our house, sold everything we owned.
In less than 2 months. By the time we came out and looked at it.
Wow.
Sold everything we owned in this life, piled everything into a 40-foot RV, couple cats, big diesel truck, had a big bobcat because I had to work the land being delivered. We drove out here, pulled off the highway, dead of winter, about December, about the time it is now, pulled off, went about 100 feet off, and sunk that bitch in the sand.
Nice.
And got stuck.
Nice.
Freezing,
Nice.
3 cats, sunk the truck, sunk the trailer, a double axle, 40-foot fifth wheel to the axles. They dropped off the bobcat. I didn't know how to drive it. Had no clue what we were doing. So we're out here just off the highway, sunk in sand, darkness hit, middle of Utah, and that's how we started.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then just went from there, and then had a container delivered. Literally lived just all our stuff all over the desert, just laying out in the sand.
I feel like getting stuck here, like the way you got stuck here, there's so many people that they get physically stuck, and then by the time they're physically unstuck, they're mentally fucking stuck. You know, because when I first got here, I had a Jeep Cherokee, and I got out to the remote place where you guys are headed with your friends, and as soon as I got there from New Jersey, driving across the country and everything, my head gasket blew, my rear main seal blew.
Oh, man.
Literally, as soon as I pulled up to the ranger station, I was pouring oil out of everything. And I was like, well, I fucking made it.
Everything for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything for a reason, man. No,
exactly.
It's, we spent, we tell everyone, we spent 6 months 100% off grid. No water, no power, no nothing. I had some generators, had some battery, had some solar. Systems failed. We had redundancy. That still failed, but we were living off 100 gallons of water every 10 days for me and her, showering, working 10 hours a day.
That's not bad.
And 3 cats. About 10 gallons a day. That's with showers, cleaning up, working the land, cooking, cleaning, chainsaws, everything we could, just working and working on the 100 acres. And I don't know, got it open about a year and a half later, sold it 4 years almost to the day. And went back to Colorado. Granddaughter was born, and it was enough to retire.
Nice.
Semi-retire.
Yeah, I tried retiring. It didn't take. Semi-retire. Not for the lifestyle I want.
Yeah.
But then here we are.
But if you needed to,
we'd be just fine.
Yeah,
we'd be fine.
Yeah. Nice.
So, not cool, nothing exciting at all, but it was a great adventure. Met a lot of cool people. This area is the most beautiful area of the country. The meteor shower last night was epic. That was the best I think I've ever seen in my life.
Nice.
And I'm level 57, so that's saying a lot.
Nice. Yeah, no, they were good because, we were all just seeing them no matter where we were looking and everything.
They were everywhere. And we found out that was Jupiter, not just a satellite or some light up on the bluff. Learn something new every day. So, what about you? How'd you wind up out here, man? Besides the head gasket blowing, rolling out of New Jersey, and I mean, we got stuck in the sand. Who knew?
Yeah, right. I got out here because I had my businesses and everything in New Jersey. I had a construction, landscaping, and cleaning service there.
Okay.
And I did one each year. Just kind of. I got bored each year and started another business. They were all doing really good. And my 4th year in business, I profited $98,000.
Wow,
and
nice.
I looked at that and I was like, I don't fucking want this with my life. The idea, because like the path that was on 4 years, making 98 grand, I assume I would have hit $1 million within a couple years. And that just, it grossed me out. I didn't like it. Not in that environment. And
it's never enough.
mentality.
In Jersey, in New York, it's never Chicago. From it's never enough.
You're just caught in that cycle, and you can't escape it.
Exactly.
And it'll kill you.
I saw that, and that's so that was one thing. And then the other thing is, like in New Jersey, 12 years ago or so, if you you go to the grocery store, do your shopping, come outside, sit in your car. If you're in your car sitting for more than like 2 minutes, the police show up.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. And this is over a decade ago. So what I realized is that the New Jersey, New York area kind of foreshadows the whole country.
You know,
and I was like, you know what, this isn't looking good. I want to get the heck out of here before the whole country's like Jersey, and Jersey's God knows what.
The greatest gift we ever got, I think, for a total reset on life was coming out here, going off grid, and learning what we actually needed to live. And it's almost nothing.
You get to where we ended up with we went bigger and bigger and bigger with raising kids and all that. It was bigger
McMansion, the houses, the cars, the boats, all that bullshit.
As the kids went off to college and stuff, we started trying to downsize. And I always said I'd rather give up the house than the toys and the lifestyle.
Nice.
And so that's kind of what we did, is we gave up the house and
kept the RV.
And went to, living in a tiny little place and going, what do we really need?
Yeah.
And it wasn't much.
You don't need hardly anything at all. I mean,
No.
if a place to sit, cook, sleep, eat, there's not much else in this life you really need. And we're outside all the time. And the health and the reset in life now, and we moved back to Front Range, Colorado to be our daughter and our new granddaughter. She's perfect, and have to put that out there. I'm not biased at all. It's amazing. We just bought a tract house, and it's a damn nice house and all that. It's way bigger than we need, but it seems so absolutely crazy after living in an RV. And then we built a little barn door out there by hand. Always wanted to build a house. Nice. I'm not a construction guy. It was an experience. I don't ever want to do it again. Those boys work really hard, way too hard. I'm not that good. It was the coolest thing ever. And then going back though, and then every day we walk out and we're just shocked and amazed by just how nice and how easy stuff is. And you forget that when you're always in tract housing for 30, 40 years, your whole life, and you do a complete reset to off grid and you go back to that, it's like everything's magical and new again. The yard, the deck, the concrete, the railings, just everything else. And you're like, whoa, this is so much more than we need. But you do get trapped again already, and that was the whole impetus for coming out here just for the weekend. We're like, we're sitting around having coffee yesterday. We saw our friends were out here down at their land, and we're like, man, let's go share a beer and a campfire with those guys tonight. So we hopped on 8 hours later.
Just for a beer.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I want to do is cocoon and die in some frickin' house. So, yeah, it was great, man. You came over. We had a great time.
That was a great night. Great night.
That was a good night.
So, you're a nurse. And what exactly do you do?
So, technically, I own a commercial real estate brokerage in Colorado. Okay. So, I'm just a commercial real estate broker in Colorado. That's it.
Gotcha.
Officially, that's
help people buy and sell commercial real estate.
Buy, sell, lease. Landlords, we're very, very fortunate. I have a .com and finance background, so real estate is in the toilet right now. My partner and I have been working together for 17 years. We are extremely fortunate that we're busier than ever. We have all repeat business. Clients love us. We like our clients. We're really lucky. We're just very, very fortunate.
Gotcha.
So it's apparently bad for everyone else. We're doing okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just fortunate. I'm glad. And I like working. We tried retiring. It didn't take. You can only play so many video games and sit around and work out so much during the day.
You start falling apart.
Oh, yeah. It'll kill you, man. You sit, 50, again, level 57. No. I'm going to work. This is great. This is fun. Everything is awesome now.
Yeah.
So, it's, we can do stuff like this and pop out here for a day, drive 7 hours to have a cup of coffee in the desert. It's awesome. Nice. It's the best.
So, when you guys met, what were you guys doing?
We were in school.
Starving. Let's see, starving college student.
It was my first college party as a college student.
Oh, here we go.
Is when we met.
Gotcha.
So I had just moved out of the house and went to my first college party, and I meet him. And
You absolutely did not want to meet any guys that
I
get
did
hooked up.
not.
No.
So what stood out about this guy?
I don't know.
What the hell? I don't know. I was at a college party. I don't know what happened. I mean, I was there. I was having a life. I had like 20, 30 friends.
I
All
don't
the
know. I even
peeps.
tried dating someone else, but 3 weeks later we were living together.
Damn.
And here we,
Basically, I mean, I lived in the dorms officially, and he lived off the dorms, but he didn't have a car to get to school, and so I did.
Dirt poor. The words dirt poor come to mind.
We used the excuse that I needed to stay the night over there to help drive him to school because he had a motorcycle, but it gets cold in the winter.
Where was this?
In Fort Collins.
Okay.
CSU.
So yeah, we basically lived together 3 weeks after we met, and 2 years later we got married. And
I was at college. Next thing I know, clown nose, flipper feet, 34 years of marriage.
Totally was
Who
not
knew?
looking for a relationship. I just went up to college. I wanted to really. My sister dated all the time. I never really dated, and I'm like, I want to date. I want to meet people. No, I met one person, and
Ha ha ha.
Nice.
And through all the ups and downs, the health, the making and losing millions a couple times.
yeah.
The old adage is you lose the money, you lose the girl. For some inexplicable reason, she stuck with me. And yeah, here we are.
You must be rich in something else.
It's a sense of humor is what it is. It's that's what
That's not what it is.
endless dad jokes. I'm just telling you. Oh yeah. I'm not a big fan of tequila, but I'll give it a shot. Hey, I'm here all night.
Nice. That's holy shit right there. That's bad.
Just cut that part out. It's all right.
So you told me some things. Something about. Did you do professional fighting?
Yeah. I went to state in wrestling. Got slaughtered in high school. Wasn't the best wrestler, but I made it to state and then got killed. And then I really wanted to get into martial arts and did Aikido, did Taekwondo, dabbled in Muay Thai, dabbled in some other disciplines like that, the kicking, punching. Went into amateur boxing, won Golden Gloves. They kick you pro, did a couple pro fights, put that together with PKA when the old PKA used to be around. Did some what now is called UFC, but we used to call unlimited or ultimate type fighting.
Okay.
Had a blast. It was tons of fun when you're young. Now, 35 years later, damn. 9 knee surgeries, 1 total knee replacement.
You just had a knee replacement.
I just had a total knee, but neck broke a couple times, jaw, deviated septum, nose fixed, shoulders.
That was from your motorcycle racing.
Yeah, I also was a professional road racer for a while too.
Okay.
About a decade later, I got bored. I stopped. The last pro fight I had was an elevated platform in a bar, about 3,500 people, locally televised, totally won, and she wouldn't even come see it. She hated seeing me fight. I always won. I never lost a fight.
You didn't want to see the madness?
Part of it was I was working. I just went
we
off
were
to college
poor.
and was working 40 hours a week to put myself through college, doing 20 credit hours of honors credits.
And then working too.
Working 40 hours a week.
Okay.
So part of it was I was busy and didn't always have the time to go, and it wasn't the way I wanted to spend time with them.
And then when we graduated,
man get punched and kicked and shit.
It was so much fun.
Go to some parties and he'd get in a fight at a party.
What? Mr. Peaceful, come on. Seriously? Do I not reek of peace? I reek of peace. Oh yeah. Nothing but peaceful here, baby.
Smells like bullshit.
Oh, no, nothing but peaceful. I swear to God. In fact, I don't ever recall cursing, drinking, or getting in a fight once in my life.
That shit smells getting stronger right now.
No, it's great. And we graduated and had green finance, and I really wanted to work in investment finance. And she's,
You said green finance?
Investment, finance, corporate.
Okay.
Corporate investment finance. There's a corporate side, the accounting CFO route, or there's investment side. I really wanted to work on the investment side.
Okay.
And she's like, you're not. I couldn't keep fighting with. My eyes were always opened up. My eyebrows were barely there, and I always had black eyes and cuts all over my face. And it was fun, but I had to choose between trying to be professional or going to work with black eyes constantly. That just didn't work, and everyone thought I was getting in, bar fights. And it was just from training.
They were just sanctioned firefights.
No, that's just mean.
Yeah,
it was
nice.
me and some friends. They were nice guys.
Firefights.
They were nice guys.
Bars.
I liked all those guys. It was wonderful. But anyway, so
you went from all that crazy extreme shit
to wearing a
you
suit
were
and tie.
racing, and then
Yeah.
suit and tie.
Suit and tie, mutual funds, hedge funds, back
Which
in
is kind
Chicago.
of like, you're fighting and everything, and like that's like an admirable thing. Like people look up to that kind of person.
Screw that, fighting was much better and a lot less
But
violent.
yeah, well, well, that's kind of the thing.
And
Like people look up to you fighting, and they're like, "Oh, he's a fighter, and he's tough, and this," and then you turn into the banker or whatever, the investment person, and that's like who everyone hates.
Oh yeah, those guys
That's
are
like,
scum.
oh,
They've ruined the entire world,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
come from that
yeah.
world. I hate those. Let's not go into the Milliken corporate bond deregulation of '86, TRA, the Reagan years. We won't even touch on that.
Mhm.
The last 40 years that enriched the boomers, which I just missed.
Getting into boring stuff.
I know, no one cares about this shit. Anyway.
Well, that sentence you did right there. I was like, 'cause I don't even know what half the shit you just said right there is. The investment talk is like a whole different language. It ought to
So
be
no,
Chinese.
did that about a decade. I always rode motorcycles. Got into road racing. We were canyon scratching a lot. Did my hand at some professional road racing. That was fun. Hell, we'll get off at
What were you
$1.30.
racing?
I'm sorry.
What were you racing?
I had a built Gixxer 600.
Okay,
I'm sorry, a road racing motorcycle, street bikes. So got to the racetrack.
Crotch rockets.
Crotch rockets, yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
after going fast in the canyons, went to Freddie Spencer's road race school out in Vegas. Came back, was winning all my races. Had a little get off at a race.
Were you making money off of that?
No.
Okay,
No, I was dropping all sorts of money.
No.
But I
That's not a lot of money.
gotcha.
I started
Yeah.
I started a .com motorcycle business that did really well. Was very fortunate, got lucky, and
What was that business?
it used to be called Discount Motorcycle Tire and Accessories in Colorado.
Okay, so you're selling parts and stuff.
Started out selling tires to finance our road racing habit because we burned a set of rubber every ride. About 50 miles, we put a set of rubber down to the cords, so that got expensive real fast
I bet.
at $350 a set of tires. So started selling them, figuring I could get a few extra sets to cover the canyons, and then one thing led to another, and next thing you know, we were doing about $6 million a year.
Damn.
And then I got robbed by a ex-business partner. The local police and all that did absolutely freaking nothing because it was civil. Got a tour bankruptcy,
Okay.
lost millions. Kept the girl, but
Nice.
got rid of the house, the boats, the sleds, the cars, all that stuff went away with young kids. Had to completely start over again. Jesus, that sucked. Wouldn't recommend it.
How many kids do you have?
Two.
Two. Okay.
Boy, girl. We were going for a spare, but we stopped at 2.
Well, have you needed the spare yet?
No, they're great. They're
Okay,
are you kidding? They're good.
You lost one. We gotta make another.
But yeah, anyway, so when road racing, had a little get off, fractured my neck and femur again and ankle, and I figured the kids deserved to have a dad that wasn't a quad.
Yeah.
So hung up the road racing. Plus, I was early 30s. I was getting too old.
Okay.
So it was fun. It was fast. Did it. Won. That's all that matters.
Gotcha.
And then started. We did an import-export business for a while. Then got into brokerage development. Was buying some distressed debt in 07, 08, and 09 from the banks. Repositioning, building some portfolios of resi and commercial stuff. Really boring. Blah blah blah. No, I'm just some dumb commercial real estate broker.
So, you have all this extreme stuff up until your 30s. At some point, have you done?
No,
intensity stuff.
I've
since then?
never-
You did surfing. You got into surfing.
I started surfing in my 40s. I started
Dirt bike riding.
I started motocross in my late 40s. Hit my first double in my 50s.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool.
Mountain biking, where you always seem to go
downhilling.
over the handlebars.
Oh, we got aggressive snowboarding. Started with someone who was a teenager. We finally got to the double blacks and the bulls and kicking off through the trees and just
But a little bit more mainstream stuff, not quite as stream.
yeah, just down like
Yeah.
mountain biking,
Fighting people
surfing.
in the bar.
Yeah,
so
no.
a little bit more mainstream.
Yeah, just mountain biking, surfing,
Yeah,
snowboarding.
we had the Razor side by side that he drove like a madman.
Yeah.
That's really harsh. I never rolled it.
No, you never did.
But those are hard to roll though. They're designed to friggin' rough them up out there.
Never. We met some
So
pretty.
you'd go 80 miles an hour
That's as fast as it went.
everywhere.
Everywhere. That's true. That's true.
I went 70 miles an hour on a jet ski, and that scared the living crap out of me.
Well, that's fast.
Well,
That's
on
really
water,
fast.
it's real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water is faster than
The fastest I've ever been on water was like just under 130
Oh my
out in
God.
Havasu.
See, 70 was scary for me. If I didn't look at the speedometer, probably get up to 90, but I don't think I would have gone past
That's
90.
fast on a ski, man. You better almost need a helmet at
He
that
was on
A cat.
but someone else, a professional racer, was driving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
Yeah, it was my first time ever on one.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's fast. That's crazy.
My buddy had two that he got, and we had to test them to make sure they're good.
No,
Yeah,
you know,
and he wiped out. He wiped out going about 50. His ribs were all bruised up.
Oh, yeah, it'll mess you up, man.
Not to mention concussions that you can get from hitting the
Oh,
water and stuff.
Yeah. And the second he splashed out, I was like, all right, I'm good. Let's.
You're like, that was a lot of fun. Let's go to beer on the beach now. We're brand new.
Yup. And I don't need to do it again. You know, I'm happy with it.
We lived. Let's see. I've hit just over 190 on a bike, just over 160 in a car, almost 130 on a boat, about 100 on a snowmobile.
I used to ride on the back of his bike going through the canyons, and we'd hit, 140?
We were doing 140, 150 on that big Ninja.
With me on the back.
She'd fall asleep going across the desert, and I'd have to hold her as we were cruising the desert like 100, 120.
We took a big road trip from Colorado to
San Diego.
San Diego.
Okay.
And, you know, when you're sitting on the back that long.
But she literally fall asleep at like 100 miles an hour, and you know we had the. That bike was built. It was a big, heavy. It was the first 1,000 hours that came out, so it topped about 160 stock. We had it built up, lightened up, better brakes, better exhaust, a bunch of other stuff. You know, custom paint and all this stuff. And about 100, 120, she'd fall asleep. And I had the radar detectors. Now we just crouch down and we just talk and we just go through the desert. Just occasionally dialed up to about 130, 140, past 125, 130.
What was the best stretch? For the most memorable, whatever.
You know, we went over the mountains in March and we hit a snowstorm. You know,
in Southern California.
in Southern California came over that pass, but we were
cut 6 inches of snow in Southern California
on a big Ninja going over the pass.
Honor Pass.
No, I think we went over. It was just outside of.
I can't remember the name of it. It was where my
outside of San Diego. Not by
Alpine?
Ramona. Alpine. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that one.
I know. Cruising over the hill back towards Phoenix and hit a crazy monsoons in Phoenix, like 2 inches of water just shooting like a boat.
5 hours of rain, drenching rain, going through the desert. After we hit the 6 inches of snow in Southern California, then we hit the 5 hours of drenching rain.
And you guys just kept on going. You didn't
We had
stop.
to. I mean,
Hey, it was a bike, man. The motor on.
we were back in. It was our first year that we met in college. We didn't have any money, so we couldn't just. I mean, I think we had a place to stay in Phoenix, so we were, we had to get to our place to stay. We couldn't afford to stop and stay in a hotel.
Couldn't afford $5 for Taco Bell, man. We had no money, nothing. So no, it was cool.
That's wild.
Yeah, no, anymore calm, boring, and slow as everything I've ever done.
So speaking of that, what's your next big adventure then? What's your scheme?
Well, we got the 4Runner now, so getting into overlanding. We call it the slow runner, the white turtle.
Okay.
You know, a half a mile an hour, as fast as I go. Okay, maybe slightly faster on it.
I haven't seen.
You know, really? Did you have to do the eye roll?
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
have to do the eye roll.
Well,
what you told that to Doug and Katie the very first time, and they couldn't even keep up with you because you were going like 45, 50.
So it turns out even a stock 400 at 70 gets off the air when it lands pretty. It flies pretty well.
Those things are beautiful.
Yeah, it actually flew pretty well. I've always wanted one.
Is it stock or does it have airbags or anything?
Now it's built.
Now it's built, but when he was doing that, it was stock.
Yeah, we went up.
Right after we got it.
Went up with some unnamed BLM roads by some well-known national landmarks, and may have been going slightly over the posted limit. I don't know. After about a mile of dust cloud, it's easy to see people coming, so that's cool. It was safe. It was totally safe. I'm all about safety.
I can tell.
Yeah, very much so. Never done anything radical or extreme ever, nor do I now.
How about flying?
You know, I've never wanted to fly jets or no.
No, I won't let him get into flying.
Yeah, I mean,
and I wouldn't let you get into racing boats.
Yeah, racing. Everyone dies racing boats.
Looks horrible.
Everyone dies when they blow over. Everyone dies. But I mean,
we had a fast boat for a while and stuff, but I put my foot down for racing them.
God.
And our boat.
I think that's more.
My foot down for something.
I think that's more dangerous than flying.
Flying will be a thing to put my foot down for too. Is why it's just.
And especially now at this age, I mean, the doctor killers, the lawyer killers, all those twin engines. You know, there's a lot of ways to go out. That's not how I want to go out and take out the family.
Our son's into flying, and we'll let him get the.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
And fly us around.
He's better. Yeah. I can just be a
That's
passenger.
my dream. I got my paramotor in the closet over there, and it's like, the thing with those is typically, I don't know about bigger planes, but paramotors and the small ultralights and stuff.
Those are deaf, man.
Not really. 9.999 times out of 10, it's user error. There's an obvious.
It always is with air.
It always is on the air, and that's where you got.
You got to control it.
And I'm afraid I just don't care enough or give a rip enough to pay enough attention to detail to be prudently safe.
To push everything to past its limits. You want to try what the limits are, and then you want to push it another 10% past that. And that's where you can't do that with flying and boats and stuff, because you will die.
After 20 or
that's what a man is. That's what men do.
I think the word is stupid here. Stupid. That's why we die earlier,
Yeah. What's the limit? Okay, well.
After 20 orthopedic surgeries, kind of mellow.
Still rolling, so I mean, fuck it, why not?
Hey, it's amazing what it's amazing what prescription narcotics can do these days for pain relief. Who knew? No. But the arthritis as you get older. Oh man.
All those injuries catch up to you.
Yeah, who knew? I mean, you're 20, 30, you're snapping bones, you're tearing ligaments, you're blowing knees, your neck fractures a few times, jaw, all that stuff. That's no big deal. You get up into your 40s and 50s, man, the mornings kind of suck, I got to tell you.
You're with a nurse.
Right? It made life easy. She could get the best IV sticks on me. She did some of my surgeries, the jaw one, and I think you did one of the other knees.
They wouldn't let me go back on it.
Oh. I thought you did one other surgery. I thought you were actually... Anyway, it was great because she always knew doctors.
I was in them. I was working, and I poked my head in, but they wouldn't officially let me in.
But it was great always because she had a close relationship with all the orthos and stuff, and I'm getting all the ortho injuries and stuff, so it was great.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like custom treatment, man.
Probably felt good kind of knowing who's working on you.
Oh, yeah.
Sense. It was like, I worked in a small surgery center. We had 7 surgeons, and so there was kind of like family and stuff. It was
it was a good group.
Very close-knit, and I worked there for, 12 years, 14 years.
It was a good gig. While I was busy, starting and failing in businesses. I was busy starting and failing in businesses and losing money until we finally made a couple dollars, a couple shekels. Yeah, she provided the steady income and the health insurance.
Nice.
You got to have that. You got to have one person steady while another person takes the shots.
Well, it's teamwork, right?
Yeah. Unless you come from really wealthy parents, like, we didn't. So anyway.
Yeah.
But no, it worked out good. She told him to draw little fake mustaches on me and stuff when I was out, but it never happened. Those guys are professionals.
Nice. When I was going, I didn't get back surgery, but I was gonna. And when I was meeting with the neurosurgeon, my biggest thing I wanted to know, because he's like, do you want to know anything? Do you have any questions? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, what do you do on your days off?
Nice.
And he looked at me funny. He was like, I go fishing. I was like, all right, I trust you. That was my mentality on it, because if the guy's like, I just sit around, I'm like, I don't want you working on me.
The last guy who just did my total knee, which that was gnarly. He was I think he's the peak of his game, and probably 40s. He was active. He was a hiker. He was a camper, outdoors type, and so when he wasn't crazy busy, obviously doing ortho surgeries, which I think was really good what he did. It's nice to know that he was active. And when I said I wanted to be able to walk and hike again, because I've had 8 knee surgeries before the total knee, and it was getting to the point where I couldn't walk and hike. Like, I'd do 2-3 miles and my knee looked like a cantaloupe, and she wanted to walk. It's one of the few things now we can do together that we don't do anything extreme at all, and I never have. But now we can take nice little hikes and walks and stuff like that, so that was the reason we got this, so we can walk again and share that stuff, Nice. 4-wheeling, camping, hiking, mellow. All about mellow. Yeah, so it's kind of chill.
I like it.
Nothing exciting, boring, totally boring. That's what we're all about.
Everyone I know says, has the same story you just told me.
Boring as could be. Yep. They said that guy made the most boring guy I ever met. I said, thank you very much. And he tells the best jokes.
Yep.
Oh man. What do you do out here?
Oh, I do nothing.
You got to do something.
I do nothing.
I mean, I saw you built a fence over there.
Yeah, I build stuff. I make things. I try to help whoever's around. I don't need much money, so it's more of a matter of me doing what I feel like doing.
What do you want to do? Where do you want to go in like a year? Everyone says 5 years. 5 years is ridiculous. Who the hell knows we're going to be in 5 years? But like in a year, what do you want to do?
I don't really have too much because my main priority is my cat. She's old.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's built this life for me. Every decision that's gotten me here, and even the decision to move here, was based upon her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's 15 or something at this point.
Aww.
So that's number one. I don't care
Yep.
about anything else. I'm hanging out with her. I'd love a girlfriend and whatnot, but baby girl's more important. I can get a girlfriend in 5 years if I can't find one that can tolerate
Yeah.
the attention I give the baby girl. So that's my one thing, and other than that, I got to get flying more. That's my only
Really?
real thing.
That's
yeah.
what. That's kind of the thing you want to focus on for right now for an activity. Flying. No kidding.
I
See,
love flying.
now that just sounds scary to me.
It's beautiful.
Anyway.
You take off the ground, your feet are just dangling, and you're just looking down there, and it's just you're getting further and further, and everything's getting smaller.
I don't know if I can't roll out of it. That's too high in the air.
But it's nice because like the paramotor, your parachute's already open.
Yeah.
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 You know, and that's kind of a nice thought.
What's the death rate in that though? Isn't it a pretty high death rate on the paramotor, guys?
It's really not. I can't remember the statistics, but it's safer than flying in an airplane.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's what I was told, at least. Yeah.
Well, like you said, because your parachute's already open, you just, if the motor goes out, you just,
Yeah. If the motor
Right.
goes.
And you got to kill the motor before you land anyway. So once again, you have the only thing that can really kill you in the air is if you have a collapse of your parachute, which you should know when that's going to happen. You can read the thermals, you can feel it out and everything. If you can't see the thermals, you should know they exist,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore you should be higher up. You know, because if you're lower and you hit a thermal, you're going to collapse and friggin' come down. So it's all about making smart decisions, and the only thing that can happen that would just be like pretty much out of your control is if you catch fire.
Huh.
Because I've heard of 1 or 2 people that died like that.
What's the horsepower in those things?
Mine's only 80. I have a baby one.
Oh, that's that much horsepower. No kidding. That's a lot of.
Oh no, not horsepower. Sorry, cc's.
Oh, okay. 80 cc's. I'm thinking no. So you're probably running about what 8, 10 horsepower, give or take.
You would know more than me. It can do, I think, 250 pounds. It can get off the ground.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's kind of, I call it the Honda Civic of
Oh.
the paramotors. It's a
It-
mini plane.
It'd be the Forerunner 0 to 65 eventually. Yeah.
Well, see, and that's the other thing, because like people are like, you should upgrade, you should get a bigger one, a better one, and I'm like, because I think about the bike thing. I got my motorcycle permit when I was younger. I was driving around a little Chinese scooter that looked like a motorcycle, just to take my test and get
Mhm.
used to it. And I was in my front yard in New Jersey on the grass. Tires spun out because the grass was wet. I'm not used to motorcycles, so naturally I just keep on revving it more and more. I slide out, crash into the tire of my Jeep.
Oh.
Never been on one ever again. I didn't hurt myself, but I knew, that's not good.
I had a guy die in my arms that we were canyon racing with. Had a guy crash, hit a rock wall at about 90. Full leathers, full gear. He was in bad shape. Broke his ankle sideways. Broke most of his stuff. I popped out of his head. But we didn't know because we were all racing in a line. Had the GRMS communicators. We checked our order about a mile later or half mile later. Found out he wasn't in the group. Turned around, raced back. I was the first one back. I looked at what he'd done. He hit the rock wall about 90, missed the corner, stood up in a daze, then fell off the cliff into the river.
Oh my God.
So I looked down and all I saw was all the river water flowing into the perforated leathers and all blood and red coming out. And we thought he was gone. Everything was in natural angles, and I saw him lift his head.
Oh
So
my God.
he was alive, so there was no way down. So I just jumped off the cliff. Hindsight, I'm too chicken to do that because the river's only like 3 foot deep or 5 feet deep. It wasn't that deep in those rocks, and somehow I didn't get hurt my knee a little, and I was able to get over to him and lift him out of the water so he didn't drown. And I lifted him up, and his eye came out of the socket. That was pretty, and I'm not real good with that
So
stuff.
did that one make it, or did he?
He
die?
lived. He lived.
Oh my
It was a
God.
bad recovery, but I was able to just pull him back to the shore, and then
He survived the bike crash, falling off a cliff.
the cliff, and
drowned.
all his limbs were backwards. I mean, his eye. He didn't.
What a dude.
he
What's
didn't-
he doing right now?
I don't.
I
He
think we lost touch with him after
He did.
a
But
couple years
the-
after.
Okay.
But he was a good friend and
He sounds like he has someone looking out for him.
the guy at the
That
shop.
shit.
We met him through the shop when I owned the bike business, and one of the coolest things was a long time in the hospital was when his grandfather came up to me. He's like, thank you for saving my grandson's life.
Nice.
And I'm like, it wasn't all just me. There was other people. And then Flight for Life came, and they were able to get the stretcher back up onto the roadway.
How
And then
high roughly was the cliff?
it was like 40, 50 feet up.
Okay.
And he just, we guess he fell off. I mean,
Damn.
I had a heck of a time getting back up. I had to use ropes, and they had to get me out of there.
That's the shit that's crazy to me because so many people die falling off a cliff.
Oh, I couldn't.
Someone just died a couple weeks ago at the
10 feet right now. I'd
across the
break
street.
every bone in my body. It's one of those things you don't even know you're doing it, and I don't know. It's just one of those things. But
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, there's no reason behind it, but I feel like I could fall 100 feet. I fell 90 feet when I broke my back. That's how I broke my back. And now if I see something, if it's definitely under 100 feet, I just look at it and I'm like, I'm not worried.
Yeah, 2 feet,
which probably is a horrible way to look at it.
2 feet a step ladder. Yeah, no, I'm too nervous. That's it. It's over for me.
Yeah.
Calm and boring.
I've just gotten worse.
Calm and boring.
I'm like, once I fell off, I'm just like, I'll get.
It
close
doesn't
to
faze
the
you. No
edge.
kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
nothing. And baby girl fell off a cliff too, so we both have that in common. And the other day we were over at the Overlook, and both me and baby girl are on the edge, and my friends are bugging out. They're like, "Oh my god, get away!" And I'm like, "We're professional fallers." And down there is really soft. It's like powder, and that's why I don't understand how people keep dying there, because I don't get it, And in my brain, I'm like, if I fall, because when I fell
You're
off
going
the
to
bridge,
naturally go into a roll.
Yeah,
Not
and-
everyone does.
Or hit
When
the
I
or hit the
fell
5 points or whatever. Yeah.
well, when I fell off the bridge, when I broke my back, I remember everything. I had a bunch of thoughts, a whole thing happened, and I saw the ground coming, and I expected it, and I braced myself at the last second because my first thought, I was hanging off of an abandoned bridge. It was like a viaduct, a stone one, and you climb down the manhole like 40 feet into the pillar, and then you can go up the arches in the center. And we're in the highest, smallest arch that was maybe like 4 feet tall at most. And my dumbass, and I was completely sober, completely clean. I was 4 years clean off of heroin at the time. Didn't touch alcohol, nothing. So no good excuse. And there is a little sediment icicle about the size of a cigarette butt. And my genius self goes like this and leans backwards holding on to this thing. It breaks, of course. I do one of these. My buddy Dustin and Daisy were there. And Dustin's like, yeah, you just slow motion. You just did one of these. We went running to the edge, and you aren't anywhere to be seen.
Isn't it wild how your life flashes before your eyes? Like you actually get those images.
My first thought when that happened, first I was like, oh fuck. Second thought was I haven't seen Daisy in many years at that point. So I was like, oh man, I haven't seen Daisy in forever, and now I'm about to die in front of her. Then my third thought was, I think I just shit my pants. I'm making jokes on the way down.
Yeah.
And my next thought was, which way is up, which way is down? Because I was spinning.
Yeah.
And my last thought was, oh, there's down. And then I hit down. I did a back flop into about 3 feet of water. There was a boulder right under the water. That's what got my spine. But if I was feet first or head first, I would have been dead no matter what. If I was belly first, I probably would have been internal bleeding and dead that way. So I got the best of it, I think. But
I got caught in an avalanche. Snowmobiling in the backcountry, and I saw it. We were being stupid. We were high marking, and high marked, got stuck, and we saw a bunch of avalanches that day. We saw 3 active that were happening, and I saw 20 previous. Real bad time to get out sled.
Still go ahead and do it.
Yeah, we're still high mark, screw it, because why not? And I saw this one. I got stuck, and I saw it coming down, and the last thought I ever had, like, man, I'm gonna miss my kids. And I just closed the helmet, and that thing hit like a tidal wave. And I thought the same thing, but you get those flashes between your eyes, like you get like 100 images of your life in like a second.
Yep.
And it's just like, well, this is it. I'm gonna die. And
was it kind of calm, in a sense?
It was like it was exactly like surfing when you have a hold under and you're being tossed in the wave, and all the cliche of like you can feel like just inside yourself when it's going to tighten up, and you give that one thrust to try to get your head up so you can breathe. And it broke me backwards, and then it hardened up, and you're stuck. And the first thing you do is you spit to see which way is up, and whichever way it runs down, then the opposite way, and you see if you can move. And it, in a way, it was calm. But I mean, I'm like, man, I'm just gonna miss my kids.
So you were stuck there for a bit?
Yeah, friends. I had one friend of the group of about 6 or 7 of us. One guy had a sled that was able to get up to me, and we were still in the chute, and there was more avalanches and cornices were coming down or could have come down. And he started with the ice pick and the chip and trying to chop me out. And it blew my gloves off, my boots off. It packed snow inside my eyelids, inside my cheeks, in through all the snow gear. Snow, it's unreal, the power. And I'm like, man, if this avalanche kicks off, you got to go. you got to get out of here. Leave me, I'll run it. And he's like, no, we're going to get you out. And, sled was trashed, but we limped it out of the backcountry. It was coughing some blood out, but I was fine.
Did you go to the doctor afterwards?
Nah, we were fine. But I did buy an avalanche beacon after that.
Okay.
So after the fact, never needed it again because I wasn't, then.
I don't know if you ever went too much after
I think after we were doing extreme sledding, pretty much, but.
I don't know what it is, because like all the times I've gotten lost or gotten myself into a really sketchy situation, I'm like, I should probably have a spot,
Right.
And still to this day, I refuse. I'm like, you know what? If I get stuck somewhere and if I have a problem, I used to tell my mom this when I first moved out here, because she would bug out. She'd be like, you're always disappearing for 10 days with no cell phone service. I don't know if you're going to die. And I told her, I was like, Mom, here's the deal. Don't worry unless I'm gone for 5 days at least, because that's normal.
Yeah.
But if I had a problem within those 5 days, I'm dead. So just don't worry, Mom.
Yeah, I'm brand new.
You
I'm
know,
fine.
like
I'm
you
fine.
got nothing. You can't do shit about it. Yeah.
Now when we overlanded camp again, older, kind of busted up, I'd like to think wiser, maybe a little. Sometimes, if it wasn't for the whole firewalking thing last night, not that we'd ever do that. But now,
well, at least you weren't the one that fell over.
I know, right? Well, you're the one who jumped into the fire. We digress.
Yes.
But now we always take like a little Starlink. We have SOS calls. We're a little more prudent these days, just because my physical capacities are so reduced. At this age.
Well,
and
you got your kids and your grandkids.
Yeah,
too.
but now they're good on their own.
They're all self-sufficient on
Nah,
their
we're
own.
brand.
Okay, so they just miss you, but they're not relying on
Right.
you.
I'm well insured.
They haven't relied on us for years.
Now I'm well insured. It's
You
good.
are?
I'm well insured.
I might need to get your information so I can open one up on you.
I'm telling you, if
I
anything,
found out you can do that. You can just open an insurance policy on anyone.
you have to have a legitimate relationship or a business reason.
I heard some bullshit saying you don't. You just need
You
their
kind of do.
personal
When I had
information.
Keyman Insurance as my companies and took out big policies, they put you through the ringer on it. Besides just the health test and the financial audit, if you want to get about $5 million of Keyman,
Okay.
you have to actually
Maybe it's different if it's $5 million versus 500,000 or something.
Yeah, I mean,
it is a little different.
it is
yeah,
a
for
little
what they
different.
want, yeah.
But if I go off soon, I mean, it's gonna be her and Paco the Cabana boy.
You don't
You're
know
gonna
that
be
much
no,
anymore.
not anymore. No,
You let a lot of it lapse.
I did, but still, you'll be, she'll be in Bermuda with a guy feeding her grapes. It'll be great.
Nice.
I totally win.
Is Bermuda where you would be?
No,
Where would you go? Where'd you go? Say you did. Say like.
I wouldn't go. I'd stay next to the kids in
Okay,
Colorado.
hypothetically, say the kids weren't an issue, they could come with you or whatever. Forget if that's feasible. Just hypothetically.
I don't know where we'd go.
I don't know.
We used to say Colorado, then it just went
Yeah,
the way of
Colorado's not-
California. Colorado is now California, so that stinks.
Colorado.
Yeah, was it
I don't
California?
know where I'd
No,
go. Yeah, we
same shit.
said that over and over. We kept going. Where would we go?
Do we hit to Idaho, Wyoming?
No,
You know,
Costa Rica or Panama. or-
No, I mean-
no, we're not big on going out of the country.
Okay, have you ever?
We've been to Mexico and
And Canada.
That's it.
Okay.
Surfing and vacationing and.
You ought to go to Central America. The jungles, you see the monkeys jumping around in the trees and shit.
I love the culture down there, man. I love all the
Mhm.
South American cultures. It's so warm, and once you're in the group, it's tight,
Yeah.
and it's great. It's really awesome. I like it down there, but nah, I don't think so.
I mean, I do some traveling. I go to the Caribbean. We like
Virgin
Saint
Islands,
Martin.
St. Martin, St. Thomas, a little overdone, but
I've
Yeah.
never been to anywhere in the Caribbean.
We've
it's-
been a couple of times down there on some cruises.
like the
and
people, like the culture.
Okay.
The beaches are of course epic. I don't know that I want to live
I
there.
wouldn't want to live there.
No, I get island
I'd go
fever.
on vacation, but
I'd
no,
live in
for-
Costa Rica because it's not an island. It has all the stuff.
You got good coffee. You
Well,
got
and
good
that's the
surf.
thing,
You have
when I-
amazing surf.
When
You
I
got
went
fish.
down there, I friggin', I want my coffee every day. And
Yep.
what we did is we just rented a van from a local.
Mm-hmm.
Because the companies want $1 billion, all this. My card wasn't working, so I was there with a girl I met once out at the remote place. She got stuck out there. I rescued her, and then a month later, I was like, I'm going to Costa Rica. Want to come? And so we met in Miami, ended up in Costa Rica.
Cool.
My money didn't work. I didn't want her to spend, pay for everything. She was offering, but I was like, let's see if we can figure this out. So it was like a Dodge Caravan or something that was T-boned, all smashed up. I think it was $50 for the week.
Oh wow, nice.
And it was illegal, I think it was stolen. It had no registration or whatever,
Mhm.
but it fit in, and that's
Yeah.
what we wanted. We went to a thrift store, got a little Barbie tent for like $20, a used Barbie tent, camped out like that. But every morning you need coffee. So I just go up to people. I don't speak Spanish, but I just be like, ah, cafe, cafe.
Yeah.
Every single person, every time, come on. They bring you in your house, in their house.
Wow.
They make you coffee, and it's,
Yeah.
Costa Rican coffee.
Yeah.
It's good coffee. And then they have the leche, and, not milk.
Yep,
They
yep,
have
yep,
the
yep.
leche. And they're just like, it's so important. And the one that stood out to me is this woman. She was rushing to go to work. And I felt bad because I saw she was rushing, and I was just like, ooh, where can I get Donde Cafe?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, come on. She's like rushing to go to work, but she still makes the coffee. She just sits there kind of tapping her foot as we're drinking it, which kind of ruined the coffee, but whatever. But drank the coffee, and then she's like, okay, and we weren't even out of the house before she left.
Wow,
And I
that's
was
amazing.
just like, what a place where coffee is that important.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And
That
I,
is
just
nice.
for that, I'd go back, like just coffee every day. Great coffee. Monkeys in the trees. I saw a sloth in the tree.
Nice.
Yeah, which that's just,
That's
they
kinda
do
cool.
what you expect. They don't really do.
Don't really move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're sloths. I mean, we sit on the couch and watch, a lot of stuff on Netflix. So we're kind of like that now,
Slothy.
Sloth.
Yeah,
Sloth-like, yeah.
What's the other one? Sloth. Crap, now I can't think of any of them. The sins.
Oh, the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
Sloth, gluttony, greed. I think it's lust or avarice. I don't know.
Lust is one of them, I think. I was going through that. Me and all my friends were seeing how many of the sins were like really do or whatever.
I mean, like wait a minute. I can get sloth. I've eaten too much. Totally. Oh yeah. I got this covered. I'm brand new. Yeah.
Mine, I think I had 3 that was like undeniable that I had. But then all my friends in Jersey or in the cities, every single one, because I felt bad at first. I was like, oh, I have 3, I'm pretty, I'm not doing that good. And then I'm like, well, everyone else got it.
You're like, well, we
7.
didn't kill anyone this week, so
Right.
So, you know what? I'm getting beat. I'm getting wiped out.
Go take a nap.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. It was a great party last night. There were no survivors.
Well, yeah, no one's over there. It's like
oh man.
Well, where are we at? Yeah, no, that works, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wrapped up. Cool, brother.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Oh.
Grandpa McGimble.
I'm telling you, level 57. It's not my fault. Oh.
I'm brand new.